Hey, what's up everybody? Adam here. I hope you're doing well. I want to tell you guys a crazy story about a crazy thing that I did when I first started dealing with vestibular migraines. So I can't remember exactly what year it was. I'm bad at dates. I think it was the day after Father's Day in 2018, and woke up that morning, and I'd been feeling off for a couple of weeks, but woke up that morning and just felt like I got transported into somebody else's body, a body that worked far less better than the one that I had had the day before. If the way I felt was a music genre, it would have been like death metal. I mean, it was just so bad, and I had no idea what was going on. I mean, my head was spinning, figuratively and literally. And so what did I decide to do? I decided to go on a run because I must be feeling bad because I'm not healthy enough. And it made total sense to me at that time. So I went on a run, and I proceeded to do that for many, many days, for like 2 weeks after that. And I was going to see a therapist, and I told her what I was doing, and she said, "You got to stop doing that right now." She's like, "Your body is telling you that it needs rest." And that was the beginning of a really long journey, and like a long realization of realizing that I did not know how to listen to my body. And so I tell you guys that story to make this point. Rest and recovery are really important when you're healing from vestibular migraine. And I got a Whoop strap a couple years ago, and if you don't know what a Whoop, it's this little thing that I'm wearing on my arm. You can wear it on your wrist too, but it measures your output. It calls it your strain. So, if I exercise really hard one day, I'm going to have a high strain. And then when I go to bed at night, it measures my recovery. And that recovery score was so elusive to me. I never thought about recovering. I've always just thought about working harder. And I think so many people with vestibular migraine do that. I think a lot of people who have migraines are overachievers. They're perfectionists. I talked about that in a video yesterday. They're people pleasers, and they think about their output, but they don't think about input, or they don't think about recovery. And in order to get better from vestibular migraine, and I'll just speak for myself, I've had to learn to rest and to recover, because if my recovery doesn't support my output, then I'm going to burn out. So if you're dealing with vestibular migraine and you're a high achiever, you may need to consider resting more. And you probably need to ask yourself the question, what is my body telling me right now? And then for those of us who are farther along in our journey and we've experienced some level of healing, we need to continue to ask ourselves that question. Because listen, I just got out of a flare, like I'm probably 2.5 weeks out. And man, it's so easy to go back to your old ways and to overdo it. And so I really don't want to do that. I want to stay healthy. So I'm really trying to think about, even though I feel better, that doesn't mean I don't need rest. So that's my thought for the day. I hope you're all doing great. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.